Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where we review reality TV shows in Africa that I'm watching, because over here we love reality TV, baby. Okay, let's just dive right into it. This is the Real Housewives of Nairobi season 2 episode 4 review, and per usual I'm gonna give you my rating of the episode. I'll give it let's see, a 7, or maybe let me add a 0.5. 7.5. Yes. Well, what excited me this episode was we got the mid-season shake-up. Reja arrived, and new friend to the show, Reverend Dad, but we'll talk about that. Anyway, we kick off the episode with Mine. Mine is with her hubby. He's surprising her at this luxurious hotel based in Nairobi called Sankara. I mentioned that Sankara probably have a partnership with Showmax and production, because that's where the Showmax relaunch recently took place happened, and the ladies of Real Houses of Nairobi were there, most of them, and other Showmax actors and actresses. So yeah, I think it was just kind of maybe a promotional kind of a barter trade for them to be there. Yeah, Mine got a presidential suite. Well, her husband said he paid for it, but of course maybe at a discounted rate for the sake of, optics. And yeah, they're gonna be featured on Real Houses of Nairobi, which is a global platform. Okay, so it was a win-win for both parties. Anyway, Mine looks good. She's pregnant. He surprised her with a baby bump shoot and a nice dress and roses and petals and everything. But this is now where I say it kind of staged, in the sense that, wasn't it like just 2 episodes ago that she just revealed to him that she's pregnant, and now she's like in her second trimester, big and showing. Clearly she came into this season already, pregnant, and I would have hoped, okay, if she wasn't really, well, she was, but she could have done a gender reveal on the episode, like Vera did. Did Vera do that? Yes, Vera did. But anyways, besides that, I like the fact that Mine is showing us her marriage with her husband and their relationship and their dynamics. And he's getting confessionals. Are we going to get another husband with confessionals? Dr. C, are we going to see your husband talking and giving his opinion? Are we going to see any other women's husbands? Talking of husbands, I'm going to talk about that a bit further with the newbie, Reja. But anyways, that was a cute moment between the two of them. Yeah, then we see Farah and Dr. C catch up. They meet over, I guess, drinks, and Dr. C gives Farah her bottle of wine. And Farah is a bit shady in that moment, because she's saying she doesn't drink. She's, of course, into fitness and drinks only particular drinks and whatnot when she chooses to have alcohol. And of course Dr. C is sweet, and being a fitness fanatic, sugar and fitness don't go together. So she kind of made a light comment where she was gonna re-gift it to somebody, and yeah, we got that shade, that light shade. It was, I'll call it light shade, and they got deeper and they get to know each other. And of course Farah is opening up to her about her journey of motherhood and divorce, and hoping to still have kids even at her age, and we wish her all the best. I mean, I guess it's a sore subject for her, but I also feel like it's a storyline, kinda, the whole freezing her eggs, dating, and hoping to have a remarry and have kids. I don't know, Farah. I mean, you're like 50 now. Well, Kenya Moore did have her child at like 48 or something, quite senior. So it's possible, and she's fit, so it's possible. But yeah, they talk about the ladies with Dr. C. And yeah, I mean, Farah is just the neutral kind of person in this sense. She's not really getting into the thick of things. She's keeping it surface, she's keeping it light, Oh yeah, and Farah in this situation convinces Dr. C to meet her at the spa, and obviously we know as we go along that she kind of made these situations that Dr. C and Zena could meet. Yeah. The next scene is where we see Dr. C take her dad to a cancer treatment center. And honestly, this is just, honestly, cancer is, I wish there was no disease like cancer. It's horrible, guys. I don't know how, this is actually making me quite emotional because I recently found out that a friend of mine who we kind of had lost touch because she had moved out of the country and was living in another part of the world, passed away due to cancer. So it's close to home, and of course I don't think anyone right now is not affected by it, if indirectly, you know. It's really, really, really such a horrific disease. I mean, to watch your loved one go through that, and my heart goes out to Dr. C. Honestly, it goes out to her because you could see she was so emotional, knowing that your dad is suffering from it, and you don't know whether he'll come out okay or not at his senior age. So my prayers are going out to Dr. C at this moment because cancer, fuck cancer, by the way. Then we see Vera arrive for a dance class. I guess it was actually Farah who invited her out. And kudos to Vera for arriving on time and looking, good. Good enough for the class. We see Farah kind of shade her like, I was looking forward to seeing what Vera is going to wear because her outfits are usually interesting. But, in equal measure, even Vera was shading Farah and saying, I wouldn't want to have a body like hers. Guys, if I had a body like Farah's, I would be in crops and shorts and I do work out, so I have some abs, sometimes they come out, but Farah's are always sitting and looking good. So guys, I don't know why y'all are shading Farah. She looks damn good for 50. She looks good, okay? We're not gonna shade her. She looks damn good, okay? Yeah. Yes, we see Vera meet up with Reja at a restaurant. Reja is the mid-season shake-up, the newbie. The girl is stunning, okay? She's her skin is skinning. She's beautiful. Her body is bodying. Though I do feel like she's done some stuff with her body because the waist to hip ratio is giving. But she looks good. So she's 29. She's Congolese, Rwandese, South Sudanese, and Ugandan, as she said. And she's a mom, an entrepreneur, and a wife. Her husband is I wrote it down, Minister of Cabinet Affairs of South Sudan. Now, let me just break this down a bit. We see Vera coming in, and Vera is not too happy because Vera is all about aesthetics. She is the Vera Sidika, okay? When she pulls up, she pulls up. She did have a face beat, but she said she had dressed down because she was meant to meet Reja at her house. But last minute, Reja pulled out and told her, let's meet at a restaurant. We see Vera kind of pissed and irritated because, of course, what she was wearing is not what she would have wanted to wear out, And she's like, people will spot her and see how she's just so casually. Anyways, the real reason why Reja was not meeting her at her home is because when Reja joined the show, she was just coming off the back of her battling breast cancer, and she was at the tail end of her treatment. We even saw a scene where she was having her breast scanned. Production, why wouldn't you blur out her bare breast? Like, we could literally see her areola. I mean, guys, is that what we're doing now? All the same, cancer is a running theme here again, and I'm just like, thank God she's beat cancer because she's only 29 and she's a mom. We don't want that for her. More than that is, yes, her husband was opposed to her filming in their home and filming their kids. He actually put out a court order to stop her from filming. And at the time, Reja actually pulled out of the show and was like, I'm not going to be part of the show anymore for the sake of my husband and my family. I'm not going to be part of it. But I'm not sure what really happened that she decided to come back. but it's clear that she's not going to be filming in her home for the sake of her marriage. And her husband is a high profile person, which is why she showed up with 2 bodyguards to Farah's workout event at the gym. Then we get to the scene where Farah has Zena and Dr. C at the spa for that healing kind of treatment. I mean, she played it quite well because none of the ladies knew that they were going to be meeting each other. But more than that, I like Farah for the fact that she's cool, she's calm, she's collected, even in chaos. She's the voice of reason. But all the same, I'll just look at it this way. Obviously, she was meant to create the piece. And production, she's the only person who was right to do this, because Vera's alliances are more with Zena because of Mine. Mine's alliances are more with Zena. Though right now, or then even, they were not really feeling Zena. But of course, I don't know, they're more likely to be on Zena's side than Dr. C. Anyway, that's just what I think, but they're not neutral in that sense. So I'm sure production asked Farah to foster this, this discussion or conversation. But it's very clear that Zena was not ready. She was not ready to have that conversation. I think it was still fresh. When these ladies film, they film back to back to back for a couple of months. So all this is happening like this week and then next week and then the week after. So I think for Zena, it was still fresh, which is why you could see she was very irritated, very upset, even got up and walked away. And when they went to sit in the lounge with Farah and Dr. C, Zena was like, she even literally broke the fourth wall and was like, guys, if you don't get me out of here. And obviously at that point when she's saying guys, she's definitely talking to production. And Farah could see it escalating and was like, Zena was like, I want to leave. And Farah is like, it's okay, Han, you can leave. I mean, Dr. C, you ruffled the wrong feathers. You poked the wrong bear. You shook up the wrong hornet's nest. And I guess now that, you see, she's found out, okay, she did, when she came into this group, when Zena came into this group, Dr. C just thought mistress, right? But when she had the allegations of kidnapping, I think that shook her to her core and she backed off. Which is why she came in standoffish last episode when she came to the event, Mine's event. Because she was like, I am not talking about Zena anymore. I'm not confronting her. I don't want to confront someone who has such heavy stuff about them. So yeah, no. I think she was like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to be the one to talk about it anymore. Not me. Yeah, also the fact that when Dr. C was addressing things with Zena, she was not willing to admit that she did talk about Zena's mom in a not so good way when she said, your mama, the heavenly default insult. If you guys watch Married to Medicines, you'll get what I mean. But anyways, she did admit that, and Zena is like, are you kidding me? First of all, you come to my event that's in honor of my mom and insult my mom who's passed away. I think Dr. C was just playing dumb for optics. She didn't want to admit that, some of those insults go below the belt, especially with someone who's lost their mom. Yeah, so Dr. C, I saw right through that. But it's okay, it's whatever. Because then I didn't want to hear any of it anyways. And how cool was it to see Dr. C and Vera at the go-go dance club? Well, it's not a strip club because they don't really strip, but they dress really, really skimpy and they give you lap dances for money. And those girls were looking good. Their bundas were out, okay? I loved it. I loved the whole scene. And it's such an interesting contrast seeing Dr. C and Vera, because Vera is like, she's like, this is my world. This is where I come from. This is what built me, and this is how she makes her money, by doing hostings like those. And you could see even Vera, when she was on the stage twerking with the girls, she had a mic on because she was there to work. And I guess this was like a prelude to Dr. C managing Vera and Vera bringing her into her world. In as much as Dr. C sometimes comes off prudish, and she's like, I'm prim and proper, she was open to it, open to experiencing Vera's world, because if she's gonna manage Vera, this is Vera's world, this is where she belongs, this is what she does. But I like when Dr. C said, if I was, if I never knew Vera, I would never ever come to such a place or known of such a place. So it was such a huge contrast and such an interesting scene to have right there in the middle of the episode. Kudos, production. So the ladies show up to Farah's gym, and Farah's gym is, I like the light, she kind of give a light flex, a flex saying, her gym is a franchise, I guess, from a global franchise owned by Mark Wahlberg and David Beckham. And I mean, guys, if you don't know who these are, Google them, okay? They are icons in their own right. So she owns a gym locally here in Nairobi, and she had an event where the ladies were coming to work out with her. We see Reja arrive with her security, and Dr. C making fun of the fact that they just got started. And we see Farah's friends working out, and yeah, it was a nice vibe, it was a good vibe until Zena arrived and Dr. C is still on guard. Dr. C I think she just started getting nervous around Zena, especially after she found out about the kidnapping allegations. And at this point for me, I was just like, I think for the last 2 episodes or so, especially the last one, in my mind I'm like, when is Zena going to finally address this thing and just nip it in the bud and just tell them what exactly happened? And I'm getting ahead of myself, but finally she did. But we will get there. Yeah, the ladies work out, Zena arrives, and she's obviously not feeling Dr. C. And yeah, they work out, have a good time, and then they take the event to the Palette Cafe, which is, I guess, nearby. And it's the cafe is based in Nairobi, and they have the deaf, who are the service staff, so they're the waiters and all that. It's a really nice cafe, actually. I've been there, I liked it, quite cute. Yeah, and we see Reverend Dad. He's a friend to Farah, and I guess friend to the show. He's acting like is it an MC facilitator? I really didn't understand what his role was there, but he said he was coming to kind of keep the peace and just make sure everything between the ladies doesn't go left. And then also we see Farah was facilitating some activity. Honestly, guys, I didn't understand that activity, but what I got from that is they were given homework, and Dr. C and Zena were opposites of each other in that activity. And Dr. C actually acknowledges that she can acknowledge that Zena is a business lady just like her, because in truth, most of the ladies, yes, they have businesses, but I don't think they're as business minded as Dr. C and Zena. I mean, Mine and the husband said they're in construction. Mine is an actress by profession. Well, she said she was in quality, she was in what? Something to do with construction, Mine. But we've not really seen her do that. Dr. C, at least we've seen her with her alcoholic brands and whatnot. And what else has she done? Mostly her alcoholic brands, but she's been known as an entrepreneur for the longest time, because she's had her Samantha Bridal's brand for the longest time. And then who else? Vera, she's a socialite. She hosts parties globally and locally. So yes, she's making a lot of money, and that's also, I think that's also a business-minded situation. Reja has her clothing brand. We're yet to know more about her. Zena has her aesthetics brand. Who else? Farah is a business lady. She has a whole gym. So yeah, I'll take my take it back. I don't think Dr. C's words are accurate in terms of the ladies and business mind. Because they all have something going on for themselves, that they're not working a 9 to 5 like most of us, you know. At the lunch, the other three ladies who are not at the gym arrived. That's Vera, Mine, and Zena. And yeah, they look cute in their workout outfits, though they didn't come to the gym. But yeah, Vera was very clear about the fact that she's not gonna work out. She's not into working out. She doesn't want to look as right and tight as Farah, because she doesn't consider that body type what she would want to look like. But you know what? Like I said before, Farah is looking good, honey. She looks good, okay? We ain't gonna shade her body. She looks fantastic. Snatch, honey. Snatch, okay? Yes. So Farah's theme is, you know, floral, pink and green. And I get Farah really pushing the femininity and the pink, because she's in a world of fitness and, you know, extreme fitness, which is mostly considered masculine. So I think she's trying to counter that with the feminine touch, the pink. She's always in pink or bright red, or, you know, bright, soft, feminine colors in her confessionals and in her on screen, you know. She's pushing that femininity thing a lot, you know. I like it. Yeah, then we get to the point where the ladies are talking about, you know, their personal lives, and Regia talks about her surviving breast cancer, and obviously the ladies are touched, but that scene got cut so fast we didn't really get to see all the emotions. We quickly jump into Vera talking about Zena and saying how she was with Mine at Mine's daughter's she was with Mine at her daughter's birthday, and you know, they were wondering about the mistress stories, so they googled her and more stuff came up. And you know what, honestly guys, if you ask me, Vera had shades on the whole time and she was talking a lot. I feel like she worked up the nerve and had something in her to kind of work up the nerve to come and talk about it on screen. She had shades on the entire time, and I think she knew there was not gonna be alcohol served there. I think she probably kind of gave herself some courageous juice and came and was like, I'm gonna talk about it. I don't care, because I don't know Zena, I just met her. She seems cool, but I'm gonna talk about it. Actually, let me go back a bit. Farah, which I respect, pulled Zena to the side immediately she got there and basically told her, girl, there's rumors and allegations going round about you, and I'm just gonna tell you what they are so you can know how to handle it. And you know what? I respect Farah for that, because this is what Dr. C should have done from the beginning, and maybe they wouldn't be in this situation with Zena. But all the same, if Dr. C didn't do what she did, we wouldn't have all this mess and drama, and you know. So at the same time, I'm mixed about that, but I'll acknowledge the fact that Farah handled it far much better than Dr. C, and Farah and Dr. C are age mates, you know. Yeah, before that, the ladies got a bit, you know, no, is it before or after? But at this point, I think when Vera was talking about, you know, what they Googled and whatnot, Regia, girl. Now, Regia, you just got here and you're being messy boots, girl. She just, the kidnapping stories. And I think at this point, Zena was like, I've had it. She came back with receipts. She said, guys, this is what happened to me. Those pictures are blurred out, but check out my page on Instagram. They're gonna be right there. Zena posted about it. These pictures are bloody. Zena got beat up, and you know, it wasn't pretty. And she clearly said she was cleared of all this stuff by the director of prosecution. So she squashed all that, though you could tell Dr. C really wasn't believing her, but gave her, you know, comfort and was rolling her eyes. Guys, did you catch that? Did you catch Dr. C hugging her and doing like, yeah, those are serious allegations? I mean, you could tell even Mine was just playing, like, because, you know, at this point, Zena is in tears, okay? She's crying her eyes out. Everybody's hugging her. I mean, Yeah, but in all that mess and all that crying, did you catch the shade from Zena about Dr. C being auctioned? Dr. C is not shy of the fact that she's had her challenges with in business. Being in business is not for the weak. Dr. C has been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. So she knows what it's like to go through the motions. So that was nothing. That was water off her back when Zena said that. But at the end of the day, the ladies had a light-hearted moment. Actually, it was before all this when Reverend Dad was there and they were talking about sex and all the things they do, whether they use toys, whether they don't. Those make for good conversations on such shows among ladies. And he decided to take his leave and was like, I am not sticking around for that conversation. And he left. But anyways, at the end of the day, the ladies seemed to get to a common ground. Dr. C and Zena got to a peaceful point, and Dr. C said, you and I need to meet for coffee and talk and clear the air and just squash this thing. And yeah, it's time we move on with this, hopefully. And yeah, they ended off on a good note. Yeah, they hugged it out. The ladies did a group hug, and Mina did acknowledge the fact that despite everything, they are a sisterhood, and I tend to agree. They're a sisterhood because they are going through a unique experience together. Being on a reality show together, some for the first time, is it's an anomaly for them. It's different. So regardless of whatever situations they come up among each other, they are in it together, and they need to hold each other up when the time is right. And I guess in this situation they were like, let's just move on past this. The ladies came and forced them into a hug. Mine and Vera and Farah, they all did a group hug. Yeah, so let's see what's next for them in the upcoming episodes. But guys, I'll wrap it up for now. I'll leave my other social medias in the description box below, so you can follow me because I do give my reviews on there as well. Guys, see you for my next review, which is obviously the Ultimate Girls Trip, which I'm also watching. Are you guys watching that? Tell me what you think. Watch my reviews as well on that. And for now, I'm a sign off, and we will keep talking about reality TV shows because over here we love reality TV. Okay? Bye.